For 1 second, forget about all the noise around AMC and pay attention to what the building is doing. From the very beginning, AMC showed signs that something important was going to happen. Even in the first 30 minutes, more than 11 million shares had already been bought and sold. That kind of early volume isn't the same thing as slow buildup. Urgency is shown by it. It tells us that people in the market are interacting with AMC right from the start of the session. It's clear what's going on when new buyers join the market or when existing holders move their holdings. The market is not ignoring AMC at this time. Going into the week, this kind of action was likely to happen. After what happened over the weekend last week, it was already clear that instability would return. That's exactly what took place. What stands out, though, is not just the instability, but also the strength that lies beneath it. Even though there was a lot of trading going on and short sellers were putting pressure on the stock, AMC did not crash like we have seen in similar situations in the past. AMC did not drop by 20 or 30% like it did in previous rounds. Instead, it only went down by about 1.61%. That alone tells a more important story. Things are changing around the stock. During the session, we also saw big block orders come in, with some going over 100,000 shares. These aren't small orders from stores. Positions that are being built or changed that are important show that attention is coming from different parts of the market. On the other hand, pressure from the short side is still there, but something important is changing. Shorts are losing some of their power to easily drive the price down. Because AMC goes up or stays at higher levels, those short positions are under more stress. The news about AMC's refinancing plan over the weekend was one of the most important events that changed this momentum. AMC announced a big $425 million restructuring deal that will help the company's finances. It's important how this deal is set up. It pushes off the due dates of debts until later in the future and lowers the amount of cash interest that needs to be paid each year. In simple words, AMC is no longer just getting by. It is working to improve its balance sheet and buy more time. That time factor is very important. A company is more flexible when it increases the amount of debt it has and lowers the pressure on its cash flow. And being flexible in business often means staying open during slow times and growing during times of growth. Yes, this is exactly what we are seeing happen. AMC is setting itself up so that it won't be responding defensively to changes in the market, but instead will be ready to take advantage of them. And things are getting better in those markets as well. The movie theater business has been getting a lot stronger lately, with big movies doing really well. One example is the continued success of big movies that make hundreds of millions of dollars around the world. The numbers are impressive even without taking into account the planned international releases. This rise in movie theater attendance is good for AMC because it is at the center of that environment. This is also why stories are changing in other parts of the media. More good news stories are starting to appear, showing that AMC is coming back strong as the box office grows. When the industry gets better, AMC doesn't just take part. Its size and organization make the effect stronger. New information and comments also show that AMC is continuing to strengthen its balance sheet at a time when movie theater attendance is at some of its highest levels since the start of the recovery from the pandemic. This mix of increasing demand in the industry and making the company's structure better is what leads to long-term adjustment in the market. AMC's long-term plan to add more premium large-format theaters and better viewing experiences is another important strategic factor that is often missed. Some people at first thought this project was a waste of money, but it's now clear that they were wrong. As the year 2026 goes on, it's becoming clear that people are ready to pay more for better encounters. And that change in behavior is immediately good for AMC. People don't just pick movies based on what they're about anymore. They are picking based on what they know. There are more people going to premium cinemas because they have better sound, screens, and seats. And because AMC put money into this early on, it is now ahead of many of its rivals. To put things in perspective, Cinemark and other rivals would have to spend a lot of money and work hard for years just to match AMC's current premium screen footprint. So, even if they start today, AMC will still be ahead, and their lead will only grow over time. At the same time, there is an interesting trend in market involvement. The group of apes isn't just staying the same. It looks like it's getting bigger. More regular people are getting involved, not just as passive buyers, but also as active people who want to know the story and structure behind how AMC's market behaves. This includes both longtime buyers and newcomers who are starting to understand the stock's volatility and potential for growth. It has also been stated that some investors are taking very big positions, which is another type of large share accumulation. When these kinds of moves happen, they often become talking points because they show how strongly some market players believe in the turnaround story. At the same time, AMC is being compared to other market moves in the past that came after a turn or squeeze. In the past, stocks have shown that price action can go well beyond what most people think it should go when mood, liquidity stress, and positioning all come together. Even though past performance doesn't always mean future performance, these similarities help us figure out how the market might change in the future. Technically, AMC has also shown important price reaction zones where a lot of dealing has happened over and over again. People who are buying and selling often use these marks as short-term guides. More important than any one level, though, is a longer-term pattern of sustained participation and resistance to sharp drops in prices, even when pressure is present. The stress on assets in the financial system as a whole is another topic of conversation. People are talking about the idea that short options are more than just direction bets. They often involve complicated derivative exposure that needs to be kept up with security. If the underlying positions move against those liabilities, more capital is needed, and it's hard to meet that need in places where people are worried. This is where worries about cash flow and profit pressure come into play. When big institutions have to deal with rising costs or falling asset values, they might have to change their views in other areas to stay stable. A lot of different markets are affected by this. People are also talking about wider signs of financial stress, such as the amount of credit exposure in private markets and the volatility in energy and macro conditions. Even though these things aren't directly related to AMC, they do affect the way short jobs work. Everything comes back to one main idea. At the moment, AMC is in a situation where fundamentals are getting better, market participation is rising, and structural pressure on short positions is rising. How these forces change over the next few weeks will determine whether this means more steadiness, more volatility, or a bigger breakout. One thing that is clear, though, is that AMC is no longer traded by itself. This is a small part of a much bigger story that includes liquidity, mood, the recovery of an industry, and market positioning. As long as these factors keep interacting, volatility is likely to stay a major factor going forward. The main thing to remember is easy. AMC is in a phase where a lot of basic and market-driven factors are coming together at the same time. And when things are like this, the market doesn't stay quiet for long. That's all we have for you today, guys. What do you think about AMC stock? Join in and let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching it.